Scotty's Animals, Scott here. Is my guinea pig depressed? How can you tell if your guinea pig is depressed? Do all guinea pigs really need a mate? Or can some guinea pigs live alone? That's what this video is all about. You may or may not have seen in my previous video that I've been trying to bond my guinea pig Billy. So I'll put that video right here. He broke up with his cage mate and he's been living alone for a while. In fact, Billy is alone because of a series of breakups. And every time I think I found a match, it seems to fall apart for whatever reason. And twice he has made guinea pigs actually jump out of the cage to get away from him. So, can Billy find a friend? Is he depressed being alone? You can see he's chewing on the cage right now, which he loves to do and loves to taunt the other ones, or what is he thinking? So that's what this is about. We're going to try to get into the minds of our guinea pigs a little bit and ask that question. Are they depressed? Can they live alone? Because especially with boys, bonding boys is very difficult. I volunteer at the Los Angeles Guinea Pig Rescue, and I've been bonding boys for over 5 years, and I do 2 or so adoption bondings a weekend, and I very rarely take a weekend off. So you can do the math. It's over 100 bondings a year for 5 years, if not more. Well, definitely more. That's a very conservative number. And in that time, we have been very successful at finding bonds. I'm sure some of them have fallen apart, or who knows what has happened since then. Changes in circumstances can certainly be a factor. But so let's take a step back and let's pick up where we left off with Billy. The last time we checked in with him, he was still, I was trying to bond him with Gary. So why don't we pick up that story where we left off, and then we'll come back and start asking ourselves some questions. This is how it's been. What are you going to do, Gary? What are you going to do, Billy? We are all just sitting here trying to figure it out. Oh. And this is it. So I'm just like waiting, trying to keep my heart in bubble wrap. All right, guys, let's lay down. Lay back down. Come on. All right. Relax, relax, relax. Gary, relax. You don't want to lay down with Billy again? Billy, you're being so calm. You can scooch close to him. I'm so glad you're giving him his space, though. Are you letting him eat? Billy. Billy, lay down. Good. Gary, you lay down too. Relax. Billy. What do you hear? That's just the neighbors. What's about to happen? They just like to play sort of like dominance games. Like basically, oh, Billy, who can put the other's chin on the top of the other's head. If you can get your chin on top of someone's head, basically you've put past your most vulnerable area. See that? See what I'm saying? You pass your most I don't know why they do it. It's like shorthand for humping. I don't understand it. I've just witnessed it so much that I can say that it happens a lot. But it was starting to seem like this match was falling apart. Nope. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Didn't mean to wake you up, Pipsqueak. Last night I came in to check on Gary and Billy, and I couldn't find Gary. He wasn't in the cage. And then I looked in the cage next door, and Gary was just hanging out in here. And I checked Billy out and I checked Gary out, and I didn't see any actual new cuts or markings, but whatever happened bothered Gary so much. Move out of the way, Pipsqueak. Whatever happened bothered Gary so much that he hopped over here on his own. He hopped over. He might have, I don't know, climbed up this corner. I don't know how he hopped over, but he did, and he's over here. And so I put him back into the cage, and Billy and him started going crazy. He was running around in circles. He was really freaked out. So I watched them for about 10-15 minutes in here. It was pretty late and it was dark, but I watched everybody and they were okay. Gary. So right now these three boys are hanging out. And I just got to figure out if it works. So I'm going to keep an eye on these three. And I don't know what to do about Billy. Billy. This is a really interesting trio here, because Pipsqueak's a little feisty, rambunctious dude, but he's also blind. But he is only like 4 months old or so. And then you have Gary. Gary's about 6 to 8 months old, and he's like a rambunctious dude. But he's had it. He's had it with Billy. And then you have Timmy. And Timmy's the biggest, and he's the oldest, but he has mobility issues with his back legs. So, all in all, maybe this can be a good trio. Gary has gone over to Pipsqueak like this, kind of does a little rumble. But I think really, like Gary, he was running around last night. He was popcorning, and I think he was just thrilled to kind of have a place of peace. Now, I don't know what to do about Billy. Billy, every time we get you a friend, something happens. If I got him neutered and got him a girl, the chances of them bonding would be pretty good, but I'd have to neuter him first and then do the bonding process. And what if I did get him neutered and he just was relentless with these girls? That would be upsetting. Well, what if he didn't make it through the surgery? That would be horrible. Well, you did it to yourself, Billy. You have now chased 2 piggies literally out of the cage. You chased Tito out. And you chased Gary, jumped over this side. I don't know what we're going to do with you, Billy. You waited just long enough so that now I am completely attached to this little fuzz man. Hey, fuzzball. Hey, fuzzbutt. So we'll give this a try for a few days before I report in. What's up with Gary? How's Gary? How's Gary? So I set up this cage, at least these things, just like it was over in Billy's. Billy has, now he's got all his space. Hey, little lounger. Look how flat you are, Billy. Gary loves Timmy more than Timmy loves Gary. And Gary will go into Timmy's igloo and pester him and hump him and pee on him, and Timmy, having not the strongest back legs because of his mange, he doesn't have mange anymore, but for some reason he still has weak legs. Maybe it's arthritis. He's very young, but that's basically what happens. Same technique, different pigs, and a different reason. And so essentially this is what's happening, is Gary is going up, and he's really not being that bad compared to other boy guinea pigs that I have seen, right? It's just that Timmy's a little weak in his back, and he can't defend himself. It's just really because Timmy has a sensitive legs. And I don't want to subject Timmy to harassment. It just seems Gary has become more aggressive over the last couple days when it comes to him trying to be the dominant pig. When you watch the video at high speed, you can really see how aggressive Gary's become.
I've been together now about 4 days, and there's been absolutely no fighting whatsoever. Gary hasn't gotten bit, and no one has bit anyone at all. But Gary was the challenger, and was the little pig with Billy. Now he's the most able body. So essentially, this is what's happening. Is Gary is going up, and he's really not that bad compared to other boy guinea pigs I've seen. Right? It's just that Timmy's staying away too now. But this is Timmy's. He doesn't like being high one. So he's starting to stuff work up to frenzy, and this is what's really bothering me. Right? It's just Timmy's hiding me. He doesn't like anybody on him because he's so sensitive.
Gary was being relentless, so I put him in here. But now he's crying and walking around like crazy. But he was just making Timmy's life hell. So I don't know. I think Gary's depressed. I think Gary's lonely. But I think he also has come out of his shell from a scared shelter pig to a confident young man in a room where he knows he's not the only guinea pig, and he knows that if he just speaks up for himself and asks for what he wants, he'll generally get it. Right, Gary? And he's been down here in a foster cage since I've taken Papa and his son, Keenan and Damon. So he's been in here. But I've fallen in love with him, and he has to stay, and he can't be alone. And neither should Billy. Just checking Billy's weight, and I was like, oh, wait a second, did he drop 30? And I was like, no, whoa, he gained. He's at 14, and a couple days ago he was at 13. He's been fluctuating from all the way up to 15 to all the way back down to like 1350, so it's nice to see him here at 14. Look at this guy. Look. You want to watch a video? You want to watch a video? Billy. Here we go, let's see. Oh, what's this one? Look at this one. Oh my gosh, Billy. Your video has got almost 6,000 views. Look at that. And there's you and Gary. And we need to update the people because everybody wants to know what's going on. And what is going on, Billy? Are you depressed? Everybody that I pair you up with, you kick out. You literally kick out, or they jump out. They don't want to be with you. But when you do have somebody, you're dropping weight. And when you're all alone, you're gaining weight. So that's confusing. So are you depressed? Is Billy depressed? I mean, how can you tell if your guinea pig is depressed? So I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, so that's where we're at. Billy's by himself. Gary's been by himself. Billy has been maintaining his weight and actually putting on weight, as you could see before. And Gary's been putting on weight since he's been here too, even though they've both been alone. So what should I do? Should I turn this into a 2x6 and split it into two 2x3s? I'm not quite sure I have enough space for that. I really would like to keep all of my under the table space for fosters. And that really means I just have enough for 3 cages. So what should I do? I'm really attached to Gary. And of course, I love Billy. I've had Billy since he was a baby. I'll show you, there's a picture of him as a baby on my shoulder. I want to do what's right for them. So should they be side by side? I've decided I think I want to take Gary and then probably Billy also to the rescue and see if we can't find a bond, see if they can't have a successful play date. But as you can tell, Gary and Billy are both very aggressive. Gary is a little hormonal teenager right now, and Billy, I don't know, he's just a wild man. So I'd really love to hear what you think. What are some signs that you know of that means your guinea pig's depressed? And you know, what have you done in the past? So please comment, and you know, everybody is just trying to find the best solution and give their guinea pigs the best lives possible. So let's all try to have constructive suggestions. And thanks for watching. I'm really anxious to hear what you guys think and to finally figure out what to do to give these guys the best life. And you know, I don't want them to be alone. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. One other thing. If you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, you can always send me an email at scottiesanimals@gmail.com. There's no apostrophe there, just Scotty's Animals. Or you can just go to my website, which is just www.scottiesanimals.com, and there's a contact form on the home page. And you can just message me through there. Either way, and I'm going to try to answer some of these questions in an upcoming video. So send me your questions and I will answer them. Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because it really, really helps the channel grow. And as you can tell, we have been growing, and I appreciate it, and thank you so very much.